Hand, jeder Moment wie feiner Sand. Die Zukunft ruft, doch bleibt ganz fern, im Herzen glüht ein stiller Stern.
Hallo, Hallöchen und herzlich willkommen zur nächsten Folge von Season, ein Brief an die Zukunft. Ja, beim letzten Mal haben wir ja angefangen, uns die Geschichte der Ältesten anzuhören und an der Stelle machen wir jetzt weiter. Im eigentlichen Erzählstrang sind wir natürlich immer noch unterwegs. Wir sind, glaube ich, gerade unter einer Autobahnbrücke durchgekommen.
Okay, so conditions in the camp were getting worse. My mom got lost in thought for long periods of time. She'd be completely still for hours, days even. We realized she caught, well, now we call it time misperception disorder. It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing. A minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10 seconds.
Das ist doch normal.
We don't know exactly. Our consciousness is delicate. There are minerals and sounds that can adjust it. Dr. Fumio's greatest fear was that someone would use this as a weapon. We heard about a traveling doctor who could cure these kinds of diseases. I decided to go find him. I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and he traveled with his son Lucio. People talked about him like he was a god. The prismatic grounds had roped almost everyone into their system until they reached the far wastes and heard no for the first time. Nobody reacted well. It got to the point of, neighborhood against neighborhood. Grievances had been buried so deeply we forgot they were there. It felt like things changed overnight. I'd pass through a city and hear later that they'd torn each other apart. I could not imagine it. I described my mom's condition to Dr. Fumio. He said there was no cure yet, but there was a village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance at treatment. Lower places are more dangerous. Valleys are the worst. He invited me to join them in going to the village, but I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me. Yes, our Caro village. People thought it had been destroyed, or was a myth, but Lucio had a vision which showed us how to get here. I packed my things and got ready to leave the next morning. That night, my mom came to me in a dream. She was standing in a field of flowers. I'd grown since I last saw her. We were the same height. She pressed a finger hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of the gesture. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again. In the morning, I told Dr. Fumio I would follow him to Caro village. The next few weeks were very physically tiring, hiking, climbing. And when we found the village, building, planting, cleaning, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world, and they got better. The treatments worked. Everyone was healing. So why couldn't I? One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace just swept over the earth in a split second. There was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war, but I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, it was over, but it had taken my home, my family. That night, as I was falling asleep, I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if it was being tossed on the waves of the ocean, as if I was back in my bedroom on the ship, as if I was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home. And nothing could hurt me.
I imagined coming upon a place as hidden and singular as my own village. Eventually, I found myself circling a valley, looking for a way in.
So, ich würde jetzt aber sagen, auch wenn die Folge dadurch deutlich kürzer wird als die anderen, um diesen versteckten Ort kümmern wir uns beim nächsten Mal. Dann hoffe ich, es hat euch gefallen und wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal. Ciao!
Leise dreht sich das Rad durch Felder, die bald niemand mehr kennt. Im Wind der alten Pfade bleiben Bilder, die die Zeit nicht trennt. Halt die Welt in deiner Hand, jeder Moment wie feiner Sand. Die Zukunft ruft, doch bleibt ganz fern. Im Herzen glüht ein stiller Stern. Jeder Schritt ist leicht und sanft, als würde die Welt noch lange stehen. Halt die Welt in deiner Hand, jeder Moment wie feiner Sand. Die Zukunft ruft, doch bleibt ganz fern. Im Herzen glüht ein stiller Stern. Die Stimmen flüstern sanft von Tagen, die für immer gehen. Doch jeder Schritt ist leicht und sanft, als wird die Welt noch lange stehen. Halt die Welt in deiner Hand, jeder Moment wie feiner Sand. Die Zukunft ruft, doch bleibt ganz fern. Im Herzen glüht ein stiller Stern. Und auf der Reise weit und frei sind Schatten nah, doch sorgenfrei. Ein neuer Morgen winkt dir zu, die Erde spricht, sie findet Ruhe. Und auf der Reise weit und frei sind Schatten nah, doch sorgenfrei. Ein neuer Morgen winkt dir zu, die Erde spricht, sie findet Ruhe. Durch Zeit und Raum ein letzter Blick. Die Welt hält an für einen Augenblick.